this wasn't a great game either for 75 minutes.
Dude,
I was falling asleep in the second half.
We need to give my dad credit. I'm watching it with him. In like the 68th minute, he's like, we need a goal quick from France or this is going to be a terrible final.
Yeah. We were all kind of looking around going like,
calling it.
This is like,
and then we got two
Argentina
in 90 seconds.
Argentina completely dominated that game.
I mean, the second goal, for me, I was satisfied. The second goal was so beautiful. The build up to the second goal is like, okay, we have our crowning achievement. Messi's the demi-goat. We don't have to have that discussion anymore. It was a great tournament. And then around minute 73, everything got turned upside down. And within like almost instantly, I was still talking about the first goal and thinking that, okay, France are probably going to have a couple more chances. As you were still reacting to the first goal, a bazooka shot from Mbappe's foot, and all of a sudden you're level, and you're wondering how you got there. There were so many twists and turns. It was, for me, the best soccer game I've ever seen. When you consider the stakes, when you consider all the social capital that goes into this ridiculous GOAT debate, because there can only be one, like Highlander. We can't appreciate multiple people. And just 36 years for Argentina, the fact that we were about to see potentially a men's World Cup champion defend their crown. There were so many firsts that we were about to experience collectively, and the game just would not stop being crazy afterwards in a sport that, let's face it, you don't have 6-goal games like that.
My favorite tweets were all the people that are like soccer fans that were like, yes, non-soccer fans, every game is like this.
I dare you to turn on Boxing Day a week from now and find that all Premier League games are just like this.
Yeah, but I'm really happy that normally in this country it's no longer the case, but after a World Cup final, you'd run into legacy media talents that wouldn't even discuss it or just pull out the same lame talking points. And from non-soccer fans to the biggest football heads I know, everyone was still talking about that. And while I don't like a Winter World Cup and it made my NFL viewing experience really diluted, I like that for once that was the lead-in for an NFL Sunday, because I do think that some fans were made. How could you, if you hate soccer with intensity, if you intensely hate that sport, even you had to step back and say, holy shit, that was pretty cool.
Di Maria crying after scoring a goal, like that emotion, just so cool.
The Andros Cantor needs to get it together.
Oh my God!
I will not hear Andres Cantor slander today. That was incredible. But yeah, I mean, to like straight up start ball. I will say he found it from within himself, because it looked like he was going to start crying in the bosom of his partner on that video, and then like he sort of like leans in. He's there for like a second. He goes, Argentina campeón! Like he finds it again to be a professional again.
It was worse because that's how I was listening to it. He apologized at one point.
Did he really?
And his like partners were like, "It's okay, everybody understands." I'm like, "Get it together, guys."
Did you watch the celebration from the broadcasters to the players to the streets of Buenos Aires that are still packed?
The streets of North Beach.
Yeah.
I learned that there's a thriving Argentinian community in North Beach yesterday.
Did you watch all of that and say to yourself, "Oh man, the U.S. men are never going to win this. It's just never going to be that important to us."
People were honking outside my window for hours while I was trying to nap yesterday afternoon.
We were driving down US 1 and people were hanging out their cars, like
flags
waving the
everywhere,
Argentinian flag.
But no, I didn't watch any of the celebration because my Fox switched to the Jacksonville Jaguars Cowboys game, and I tried to turn on FS1 and the Fox app crashed.
Oh boy!
So I couldn't even watch the trophy celebration.
To America's Telemundo was there for you.
I know. I should have turned on Telemundo, but I was like, I'm not going to understand what they're saying anyways. I mean,
it was all sights and oh god, the chair. Oh god.
Yeah,
the chair. It's all sights and sounds.
Yeah, I know. I should have turned.
Honestly,
on
like the camera was trained on Lionel Messi for 15 straight minutes, and it wasn't long enough. No, like it was incredible to watch.
That's what I wanted to watch.
To watch hug after hug after hug.
Split screen.
They were slow to get to him when he won. When they won, it was like they were like 3 minutes in. I'm like, where's Messi?
The world feed was like skipping between all the other players too. I saw people complaining to Fox about that, but it's not really their fault.
They don't.
They
Switch
should have
the
put a
cameras.
little box in the
Messi
bottom.
cam.
Yeah.
Well, picture in picture.
Yeah.
I was listening to the Football Daily, the BBC produced thing, and they said that it was a very bizarre after they won because literally no one knew what to do, and then some players decided that they were going to go to Messi, and some
Look
players,
at me, Luis, and the team. By the
Yeah,
way,
they just-
they all wanted to be in the picture for all times when Lionel Messi falls to his knees and wins the World Cup. They wanted to be in the picture
Because they all started running, and then he just dropped because he was standing.
dropped.
And then they were like, oh, let's go back to Messi.
You know my favorite Argentinian? Paulo Dybala, because he ran to Emiliano Martinez to celebrate with the goalkeeper, who was the hero of the shootout.
Well,
not Messi. This was not captured in all the glorious footage. The goalkeepers who you go to first in that spot.
But the goalkeeper had a pretty large contingent of people celebrating with him too. The person that was totally left out in the
Guy who
cold
scored?
was Montiel, who scored the game-winning PK.
Right.
And they said that he was just by himself with the supporters, that he won them the World Cup with his kick. And everybody kind of forgot about him, and he was very confused, and he was just celebrating it with strangers.
He also had the handball though too. If it wasn't for that, I
But
mean,
he
he wouldn't even be in the
he
spot.
also
Let's get
nearly
serious.
scored the goal of the tournament.
Ah,
That leaping,
nearly. You said the keyword.
Nearly. Exactly.
Dude, but
Do
that,
it.
that
I
leap-
nearly scored the goal.
Me
France
too. I got a
nearly
bad
won.
foot. Give me a break.
That leaping volley from 25 yards out that Rafa Varane just the slightest of leaps to get in the way, he fucking wellied that ball.
The
That-
best-
Mark it.
The best shot on goal that didn't go in was from Morocco, where he did the bicycle kick and it hit the post.
that was crazy.
no,
That
he
was
wasn't.
incredible.
Lloris got fingertips to that.
He did,
Yeah.
but
yeah.
if the post wasn't there and he had another maybe like, I don't know, half inch would have gone in.
When people, when Lloris doesn't like make a save, do people call him the slow Loris?
I don't get the reference.
I don't get it.
Can you explain it?
Ron McGill can explain it.
okay.
It's an animal.
If I scored the
Loris.
goal, I'd run over and grab the ball.
Sorry. Slores.
I was trying to watch what happened with the ball. It seemed like it just stayed there for a little bit.
I have PTSD from PKs because of my own high school soccer career, so I
Oh.
just black out the entire time that
Did
I'm watching them.
did you miss a notable one?
I double doinked a PK to go to the state championship.
You
Oof.
Cody Parkied?
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
but
I'm sorry.
I did score the only goal of the entire game, and then my coach sat me for 4 overtimes actually, because for some reason high school girls soccer in Illinois you play 4 overtimes
Huh?
and the entire second half. So you know what? I said, screw it, coach. I don't want you to win the state championship anyways.
It'll get forgotten because it was such a great game, but that first penalty called against, like, that was a bullshit call.
I don't think so.
I mean, there was
It
a
didn't get
little
reviewed.
contact.
It didn't get reviewed though.
Right.
No,
there was a little contact, but he clearly in his brain was like, there was contact, it's time for me to fall, and then fell.
It didn't get reviewed in the conventional theatrical sense where
Right,
someone
they
goes
looked
to a
at it.
monitor, but they looked at it, and I think it evens out because I think France, their first PK was on the same level as the one that was awarded.
Right, that's why I was happy. But if it finishes 1-0, I'm like, that
I
was
had
that's
the same
bullshit.
debate with Cynthia, my wife. She's like, that's not a penalty. I'm like, is it a foul? She's like, I guess if it happens in the middle of the field. Well, I'm like, babe,
In
it
real
happened. It's a
time,
foul
it
that happens in
looked
the
like
box.
it.
Is what it
And then you
means.
watch
both
that
of them,
replay, I
though,
was like,
if you negate both of them in regulation, oh god,
The chair.
this
fight
seat,
through,
too.
fight through.
The chair. No, this one's
Then
on
you
Stugotz
still
and
are
Dan.
left with an amazing tactical
Right.
play from Argentina and Mbappe's unbelievable shot from France.
I
So
think it
worked itself out.
It did work itself out, and ultimately, I thought the game was well officiated. If you hyperanalyze it, it's like
That
confirmation
dude's
bias.
jacked.
Yeah, was he wearing neck pads? There was something going on. There was something weird with his shoulder.
The ref.
The ref, really?
Yeah, he had some. I think he was wearing a pad on his shoulder too. Anytime that he would extend it up.
Great refereeing performance, I thought.
Yeah, especially from the fourth official, MLS's
Oh,
own.
yeah, MLS's Ismail Elfath. Well done.
I swear, when I
America
heard an
represented.
American was involved, I was like, I don't know. I'm worried. It makes me nervous. Are we prepared for this?
Oh,
This
man.
is the biggest moment in like
I was-
American
they
soccer
should
history.
send an NFL ref out there. They should send like John Hussey to the World Cup.
One of the refs being American is the biggest American World Cup moment in history.
We medaled.
Yeah, it's the fourth official.
That's great.
He got a medal from Gianni Infantino.
Oh, he got a medal. Then there you go.
Yeah, we got a
He won
men's.
something.
I was
gold
rooting
medal.
so hard for him to get the final because he's a little bit of a look at me Louis as well. And so I was wondering if he was going to get there and just piss off the entire world. Like, I honestly, if you were the referee for the game, I would have been rooting for the referee more than Messi.
I love the meme of him and Messi where he's standing behind him just saying, "You're gonna love Fort Lauderdale."
I saw that. We all saw Argentina's keeper's celebration with the trophy.
Right in front of the mirror.
Which is apparently a thing that he does. He
Yeah.
takes every trophy.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
So he's a child.
When
He's
he
a
won
12-year-old boy.
Copa America. Yeah, like
Chris
I
Cody
saw,
of the day.
Yeah.
I saw a series of photographs of
We
him
should
doing the
start handing out
celebration
that.
multiple
We
times.
should create a Chris Cody of the Day award.
There's a time and place, Emmy. There's a time and place. No, that guy's a lunatic. He's certifiable. That goalkeeper.
So he just does that?
He does-
Like, that's his
Yeah,
thing.
that's like
no,
his
that's
thing.
not
Like,
just
he
his
takes-
only thing.
Like everything's his wiener.
yeah, there's
I
like
suppose.
if he's hosing plants and someone turns to him, he'll just do like the hose is my penis.
I get it.
Yeah,
Chris
but
Cody of the Day. Wow.
he famously in a Copa America final, this was during the pandemic and it was an empty stadium and there was a PK situation and you could hear him cursing and yelling in Spanish at the opposing. Apparently he did some shit that didn't land well either. Like he tossed a ball at one of the PK.
No, when
takers.
Tchouaméni went to go, he grabs the ball and just sort of chucks it off to the side.
Yeah, that's a little poor form. I didn't
Yeah.
notice it in the moment.
Neither did I.
because
Neither
was
did
so
I. The
enraptured by
BBC
everything.
commentators picked up on it and like they were like, "How is that not a yellow?"
Yeah,
Respectfully, all keepers are psychopaths.
you have to be.
They are crazy people.
Yeah.
It's like the kickers of soccer. It's like,
in that
that guy's a little weird.
in that everybody hates
Maybe
them.
long snapper.
In that everybody hates them, but you have to kind of be a little mental, especially to contest some of the balls that they do. But Emmy is a class above.
He has the edge there at this point. Like at first it was just like he's weird when it comes to PKs, and now it's just like you look at the
this is
numbers.
his third
he's
major.
good
This
at
is
this.
third major shootout.
He's
that basically
legitimately
won on
in
his
their
own.
head. Like
he has a
he's in their head.
psychological edge.
Yeah.
He has a psychological edge when it comes to PKs, and you could see he's the last two. He really made things easy for Argentina, which, as you can see, they had trouble holding on to 2-0 leads. So a pressure-filled instance where they have to take PKs. I don't necessarily like their chances, but Emmy, with the big save early on, allows his team to grow in confidence over there. And you could see it too. It manifests in him doing that weird shimmy thing. He does shit that I've never seen a goalkeeper do in PKs.
Yeah, he won the Copa America semifinal against Colombia with these sort of tactics. Won the quarterfinal for them. And you mentioned when Di Maria started crying after the second goal, that is sort of the national character of Argentina. Like they are, I would say, by far the most emotional footballing nation. And you can tell from the way that they celebrate when they lost to Saudi Arabia in the opening day of the group, which is now one of the most stunning. It's sort of like when we've talked about week one results. They're like, how did that happen?
Yeah.
Losing the opening day of the group to Saudi Arabia is the most stunning result of this World Cup. But you go back to like that, the nation went into full meltdown after losing one game and being 0-0 after 60 minutes with Mexico as well in game 2 of the group stage. Like 36, they haven't won any of the last 9 World Cups. That's not that many World Cups, but 36 years is a long time for them to have not won a title when they think that they're the best, that they're the best footballing nation, that they should win every tournament that they enter. They have Messi. How are we not going to win a World Cup with Messi? And so the way that they feel it, and I always kind of thought during this World Cup that emotion would at some point betray them.